Charlie's coming out with a book.
Yeah.
Welcome back, my village people. I know you watched the part one and you're so interested. That's why you clicked for the part two. Go back and watch the part one. If you're just new and you just stumbled upon our small channel, welcome. We are a small village here and we don't have a problem no matter who you are. Come inside. Don't take off your shoes. Welcome. Feel at home and feel relaxed because here we don't care whether you're Democrats, wherever you are, Republicans, whether you're from what part of the world, you are welcome to our tiny village. Welcome, my village people. So today we are going to talk about Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk stopped by Megyn Kelly, Megyn R. Kelly's show for her final stop. And during this show, they happen to have discussed a couple of things that I really found interesting. And if you really want to, if you're an Erika Kirk fan, Charlie Kirk fan, and you're interested in them, go watch the full interview. Because here I'm just going to react to things that were interesting to me, okay? And if you are one of those who is easily triggered by the slightest criticism of somebody you love, somebody you enjoy, somebody you adore, please click the unlike button and you can run away so that I don't like hurting people's feelings. It is the holiday seasons and I like everyone to be happy, feeling merry. And I would not like to give you false advertisement that this video is going to be praising and worshiping Erika. No. On this channel, for those of you who are new, we say what we feel at the time, the truth of it. You can still love someone and criticize them when you feel that what they have done or you see it as not okay. And you can also not like somebody, but at some point you're like, you actually cooked there. Yeah, you cooked. But if you're one of those people that once you love someone, you cannot handle any slight criticism of them, darling, for the sake of your holidays. I know there is a lot of tension going around with family members meeting here and there. The last thing I want to add is more tension into your life. So just click off, okay? Now that we've gotten all of our bases covered, let's get right into this video. Ooh, the debauchery.
In your hands.
Yes, Charlie's book. I took the
Guys-
dust cover off because I carry his book everywhere. Stop in the Name of God. It's coming out soon.
This is the thing. I was just watching this interview, slowly sipping the tea. No intention. I had no ulterior motives. I promise you, Ngozi, no ulterior motives when I walked into this thing. I just wanted to have tea, enjoy two women, talk about their life, their crisis, their joys, and all the things they've been through. It is what we women do. Then suddenly I heard Charlie is coming up with a book. Charlie? I had no idea. We went out telepathing and releasing book from the other side. So apparently, according to his dear wife, Erika Kirk, he wrote this book for a year and a half, and he wrote it and he left before he could release the book. So now that he's gone, she is going to release the book and she carries it with her everywhere. And you know the shocking part? Look at Megyn R. Kelly to pretend as if she doesn't know anything about the book. It just showed up. Oh, Charlie Kirk is coming out with a book. Oh my God. So you've been talking with her until she told you things that she has not told anyone in public, but the book, which is there to spread awareness for people to buy. Yeah, let's act as if this is the first time I'm saying it. Yes, Megyn R. Kelly. Go girl. Go Kelly. Go Kelly. Go Kelly. Go Kelly. Go Kelly.
Charlie's coming out with a book.
Yeah.
He's coming out with a book. Stop,
him a-
Stop in the Name of God, which is a great title. Stop in the Name of God. And what is it about?
Took him a year and a half to write it. And this book, I mean, when I'm reading it, I'm like, I did not even know you knew that.
Because if I'm asleep, how can I be woke?
Yes.
I'm sorry. If you're new to the channel, you did not watch part one, you will not understand what's going on here. There is something that keeps happening to me every time Megyn Kelly and Erika Kirk are having a conversation. Given I already know Megyn Kelly, I know how she is, I know how she acts. So her sitting here with her kitten gloves, it's so it's giving me red table talk. When Jaden Smith, or is Jada Smith, was there with her friends talking about this philosophical nonsense and jaguars that were coming from the sky, coming and turning. And the best thing that could really portray it for me is the reenacting that most of these TikTokers do. And some of my favorite are from these ladies. I honestly don't know their names, but I watch so much of their work. It's unbelievable. They make it funny for me. These ladies, they are the funniest ones I saw. So every time they talk, sometimes I feel like Erika Kirk is intentionally pranking us. Like she's like, take that and let's see what you do with it. Erika Kirk gives me that kind of lady who'll be like, I just say the craziest shit and let's see what you do with it. And for those of you who are new and you're fans of Erika Kirk and you're hurt, please relax, okay? Yeah, sometimes we can have a little conversation and just laugh about it. Calm down. Not everything is World War II. Yeah? Good. Now that I've cleared that, I can't. Mm. I can't with these two ladies, the way the two of them are, their interaction is too much for me. Erika Kirk, I took her serious when she had that interview with the other Fox News journalist. What's his name again? I can't remember. I don't take her serious with this particular interview with Megyn Kelly. I don't know why. Even when she's saying there are moments when I really enjoy things she said. You can watch that in part 1. She said a few things that I really like. It really moved my heart. But most of the times, even when she's saying something really sentimental, I can't help it. Now Charlie Kirk is releasing a book. Seriously? Let's drag this thing from here to America. Candace always is on her channel. I think she's on episode 770 by now. I don't know whether it's 40 or 50. And now we are releasing a Charlie Kirk book. And this is the truth, okay? Let's be honest once in a while. Those of you who keep saying that, oh, Erika Kirk is just grieving and she has to channel her energy, yes. Erika Kirk is one of the strongest women I think I've seen in a long time. I don't know how she does it. I will not show my face out in public unless a camera caught me snoozing through. I don't know. I will be so concentrated on the kids in the house, but I understand everyone has a process, and I will never, ever understand her process because I don't know what she's going through. I'm not in her shoes. But this is the truth. There are decisions that Erika Kirk is taking not as a widow, and we have to be honest about those. Erika Kirk took the decision to become CEO a few days after her husband was like that. That was a business decision. Erika Kirk took the decision to give a speech 2 days, 48 hours after her husband's, because it was a business decision. She also took the decision to have the podcast where they were discussing hours and hours of footage they have stored, which they are going to be releasing. Those were business decisions and had nothing to do with her mourning or whatever. Or whatever you want to pamper yourself, that she's doing this to give me no, she's not. Erika is not going to give you strength. Erika is not your mother. She's not your auntie. She's not your uncle. Okay? Erika is not your auntie. Same as me. Don't think I am not here to give you advice. I am not your mother. I'm not your auntie. I'm not your uncle. I'm not your grandmother. I'm nobody to you. None of my voice, decisions, or whatever is going to change America, change the world, change Africa, change Europe. It's not going to change any legislation anywhere. Any decision I make is a decision that will affect me. Yes, someone might hear it and it makes a difference in their life because they, at that moment, their mental mind, they're at a place where they can receive that message from me. It has nothing to do with what I said, because there are people who will still see proof and fact, evidence of someone doing something wrong and still support them. Why do you think people are loving Luigi Mangione or whatever his name is? Or why do you think people write love letters to serial killers? They are at a place where they are willing to accept the serial killer's actions and everything that comes with him. And if they are not in that place, you can't do anything. It's the same like the people who are following Candace avidly and there's nothing you can say to them. At the point where they are, there's nothing you can say. It's the same like whatever I'm saying about Erika Kirk. It will not change anything about your life. Okay? Yeah. If you are in a place in your life where you can receive the message positively from me, you will receive it. And if you're in a place where this message irritates you, the truth is you will click off and you'll be angry for me saying it. And it has nothing to do with whether you think it was nice or me. No, it is just where you are. Because there are still messages that people hear and they say that is mean, but it doesn't bother them. They're at a place where they can be unbothered about the message, or they're in a place where they can be bothered about a message. They're in a place where it causes them pain. So please, I need you to relax. Like I've said, there are decisions Erika Kirk made which were business decisions. And she made those decisions because she wanted to catch on the momentum her husband's name is making. One of them, again, is this one of releasing this book. I have given you a few of them already, and those decisions were business decisions. You can pamper yourself all the way you like about telling you she's giving you strength and all of that. That's your business. But I'm telling you, those were business decisions. Now, let me take a little roundabout on that situation here. We can take also Candace Owens. The reason she abandoned the macro becoming Brigitte season 2 and she has concentrated on Charlie Kirk's investigation, alleged investigation. She is hanging on the momentum of what is going on. And I know how many of us like to pretend that, oh, she's solving her friend's murder. Okay, Dre. Okay, Dre. Let's keep telling ourselves that. Now, one thing that I noticed, which I've been noticing for a while, but I kept telling myself maybe somehow in time we will see a plan, is that actually the only plan TPUSA has right now, including Erika Kirk, the CEO, is Charlie Kirk. That's the only plan of action they have so far. And that is a problem. I know many of you think that, oh, I am being mean for saying that. No, I am rather being someone who is observant of what I am seeing and worrying and worried about the legacy of that institution. It's not my institution. I didn't build it. I don't care for it. I am analyzing it from the point of an outsider. Probably those inside, they have strategies and plans that actually will work in the future. But so far, I'm talking as someone who is sitting in the streets of the internet and just running my mouth. It will not change the legislation of the world. It will not fix Turning Point USA. It will spoil it. Please put that at the back of your mind while you listen to the sound of my voice. Every time anyone from Turning Point USA is asked about their future plans going forward, what they have to do, the only thing I keep hearing is Charlie Kirk had this, Charlie Kirk had planned that, Charlie Kirk went up, Charlie Kirk planted mangoes, Charlie Kirk watered the mangoes, Charlie Kirk, same thing when they ask Erika Kirk, what is your plan going forward? We know Charlie Kirk had built this organization, you're now the CEO. What is your plans going forward? Charlie Kirk had done this. Charlie Kirk had planned this. He also concentrated on the family. Charlie Kirk went up. Charlie Kirk planted mangoes. Charlie Kirk harvested them, made mangoes juice. Charlie Kirk shared the mangoes juice. Everybody drank the mangoes juice. Everybody was so happy about the mangoes juice. Charlie Kirk was such a nice man. Charlie Kirk is a beautiful soul. Oh, Charlie Kirk. I don't hear a tangible plan which is consistent with an organization that is trying to move from under the shadow of the person who created it, which feels, let me talk like Candace Owens now, which feels or looks like a potential plan that will hold this organization into the future. I might be wrong. Like I've said, I am talking like someone from outside. Every time anyone from TPUSA is asked about their plans for TPUSA, all I hear is Charlie. And the truth is, I was genuinely really thinking that maybe Erika Kirk would surprise me when she was asked about this particular question about what are her plans in future for Turning Point USA. All she regurgitated were the plans of Charlie Kirk and nothing that has to do with. Now, I know some of you will think that, oh, if she wants to carry on the legacy of her husband, it is normal or makes sense for her to carry on the legacy of the person who built the organization and what he wanted for the organization. Now, let me explain to you. If you're in the kitchen with your mom and you guys are planning to cook, I'm trying to say something that makes sense to everyone in the world. Yeah. Let's say you guys are planning to bake an orange cake. And now suddenly your mom is called to rush to an emergency somewhere. Your mom had a recipe. That recipe included orange, this and everything for the orange cake, right? Now that she has gone, you know how your mom usually bakes her cake. She wants it for you to start by adding this or doing that or doing this. And you are a baker in that kitchen. Your mom is not coming back. She has told you, bake that cake the way you want to bake it and now eat it because she's not coming back. So do you want to tell me that probably, maybe when your mom was baking that cake, probably she usually adds too much vanilla into it and you don't like the flavor of vanilla. So why baking that cake and you're the only one who is going to eat that cake, you are still going to add that vanilla into it? Also, your mom is not coming back. Probably you don't even like orange cake. The only reason you were doing it is because you wanted to have that orange cake with your mom and bond with her on it. Would you still bake an orange cake? Or would you just say, okay, mom is not coming back? I think I prefer chocolate cake or chocolate brownie. Maybe I just make a chocolate brownie and eat, given nobody's coming for me. This is just for me. And this ties to what we call the tenets of how an organization either survives, dies, or just stagnates. Because most times when someone who built an organization, who had a vision of that organization, when that person either passes away, gets old, and retires, there are a few things that happen. The successor either skyrockets that organization to new heights, or it goes under, or it just stands there as a relic. And I wish not that for Turning Point USA. I really wish I did not know anything about Turning Point USA before it came to the limelight. So I wish that they can have a moment where they can rebuild themselves to let's say reflect new management we have. And even if it's not reflecting the new management, even if it is plans they have just copied from Charlie Kirk, I expect to ask you, how did you make the orange cake? And you tell me, well, I mixed the orange juice with the flour and I turned it. Not that when I ask you, how did you make the orange cake? Mom wanted me to mix the orange cake. So mom told me. That is just telling me how weak you were as a person in that kitchen while mom was not away. It tells me you lack no autonomy. You had no innovation, no invention, no intuition, nothing. Il n'avait rien. Ça veut dire que tu étais là comme ça, comme une planque, rien de tout. Tu as rien ajouté tu as rien ajouté. Donc, ça veut dire que si la mère aimait le sucre et tu n'aimes pas le sucre, tu vas faire la même chose avec le sucre et tu vas manger demain que tu as le diabétique. Ou bien, the sauce. I would really love to hear someone from Turning Point USA give me a plan of action for Turning Point USA without mentioning Charlie's name again. Like they have overworked the name, they've overworked it, and they are even using it in points when it's not needed. There are points when you should ask someone who is working at Turning Point USA, so what is going to be your next stop for your campus tours, without them saying, Charlie had written that, and Charlie, Lord, mon Dieu, pour l'amour de Dieu. Okay. Right. And this is the thing. I am not saying that Erika Kirk has to go against her husband. Please don't get me wrong. This is what I'm saying. Every human being is different. Even two people who are in love, ils sont très heureuses, amoureuses de French kiss. amoureuse de British royalty, amoureuse de American bombastic nature, amoureuse de African tradition. Even people who are in that kind of amoureuse, they have differences. Why do you think people who are in love quarrel? Do you think they are just quarreling because they wake up and say, okay, baby, today we quarrel? No, they quarrel because of differences. And that is why when they divorce, they call it, we divorce because of irreconcilable differences. Every individual is different from the other. And we expect that if you are given autonomy over something, even if it is a plan from your partner, we need to see that spice, that flair of you. Definitely, if I walk into a living room that is, let's say, decorated by the wife of the house, I will know. Or a house that is cleaned by the wife of the house, I will know. And if I walk in and it's cleaned by the husband, definitely I will know. Because there are things that a husband will never see and think they need to be cleaned. And there are things that a wife will always know these things need to be cleaned. I'm talking generally speaking. I know there are differences. Please don't quote me on exceptions. I am begging you in the name of God. Ne me quote pas dans l'exception. Moi, mon mari, il fait le propre, moi, c'est moi qui ne gère pas ça bien. Madame, ça va? Calme-toi. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the general rules. So what I mean is I really need these individuals to show me some. Il y a un mot que je cherche. Quand je vais trouver ça, je vais donner. Mais sinon, peut-être une autre fois.
Now, because it's the ultimate Sabbath where he is right now in heaven.
When did you get to read it?
When?
Yeah.
As much as I can, driving into the office or...
No, but I mean, was it written in its entirety before Charlie died?
Yes.
It was. Okay.
Yes, it was. He finished writing this, I believe, in June or July of this year.
So you had read it. Mm-hmm. And
But to read it in a book format and not an email format that he would send me is
something.
Night and day difference.
Well, I don't know. Moi, je ne sais pas si c'est la vérité ou bien non. This is the thing. I had expected Erika to release her book, which I thought, well, some people might find inspiring given what she has been through. Some people want to know how she powered through that. What I did not see is Erika release un book de Charlie Kirk, que Charlie Kirk a fini ça en July. En July. July, August, September. Et September 10th, quelque chose l'a arrivé. Tu es sûr qu'il a fini ça, madame? Je demande seulement les questions. Je sais pas. I'm just wondering. Was he able to finish it? Or did we? I hope that in that book, I will not pick up that book and I hear something about the battle cry of a widow or the battle cry of my wife. Anyway, when the book comes out, I hope so many of you will read it and tell me what's inside. I'm nosy like that. I'm not sure I'll buy it. No, I'm not buying it. Okay? Let me throw that out there. I will not be buying the book. Okay? Unless it's free and they're shipping it to me. I ain't got that kind of money to be buying Erika Kirk book. Please. I prioritize my purchases. Very important for me. Okay? The economy is bad. Do you think I have budget for Erika Kirk's book? It's not easy. Please. I'm prioritizing on groceries. Eggs are very expensive. The price of egg is the same as the down payment for a house. You expect me to be budgeted for Erika Kirk's book? Please calm down. So, Erika Kirk, you surprised me with this one, okay? This I did not see coming. I saw your book, your own book coming, but I did not see Charlie Kirk's book coming from the other side. Lady, ton mari a écrit un book et il a fini à July. July 2025. July, August, September. That means within 2 months, that man was a planner. He's a master planner. I mean, wow.
But the one that I wanted to read was the part about sleeping night, henceforth snacks at like 2 a.m.
Okay, I am going to tell you this now. If you want to hear Erika Kirk read about husband sleeping, meanwhile it was the husband who wrote the book before he left, you can go watch it. watch it on Megyn R. Kelly's channel. Okay, yeah. As for me, I want to concentrate on the thing that is tingling me. You remember in the first part, I told you guys that Erika Kirk kind of knows that people on the internet have been gossiping about her. She knows you guys have been womb watching her. All of you womb watchers. I thought womb watchers were only in Africa, but apparently womb watchers is a worldly phenomenon. It is everywhere in the world. Africa, Europe, America, Asia, everywhere in the world we have womb watchers. And those of you who have been watching her and saying that you did not catch her when she was pregnant, you did not see any pregnancy pictures, she slid in a small response for all of you. The reason why she was not able to have or take pictures while she was pregnant to post for all of you in the internet. All of you who are nosy human beings. You cannot let this woman be privately, secretly pregnant in peace. You people, your own is too much. You people should learn to mind your business. It's not even funny. This woman now has to be sliding in strange stories while she's about to read her husband's book that he wrote and ended in July before dying in September. And you people now are making her to explain to you people why she did not have any pregnancy pictures on the internet. You guys are not nice. You guys are not nice. Womb watchers. My village people, you people are not nice.
And
Didn't you tell me olives and bananas?
not together, but you know.
But he was like even snacking
he
in
was
a healthy
snacking.
manner. It's amazing.
Almonds, yeah.
Also, we do have to discuss the fact that you said he only had mint chocolate chip ice cream once a year.
Twice.
Or
His
twice.
birthday and
4th of July and his birthday, right? And no ice cream any other day?
His self-control and self-discipline was phenomenal. And to the point, too, where when I was pregnant, 70% of the reason why no one saw me when I was pregnant was because of this situation. The other 30% was because I just was with my babies.
Because if you are not with your babies, what will you be with? Erika, so you're telling us that 70% the reason you did not take any picture that anybody could see from anywhere, nobody saw it, is because you were eating so many banana fudge, cake, cookies, and all of those things that your husband had to see, and he was enjoying you all eat because he could not eat them because he was disciplined. And the other 30% is because you were with your babies. Which babies? Let's say when you were pregnant for the first child, you were with your babies. Erika, don't be angry, okay? And all her fans in the comment section, I need you to calm down. I'm just trying to do the calculation. So if you're pregnant with your first child, I'm sorry, you're also just with your babies. Okay, fine, no problem. I will let her finish the story she's telling us. Okay, fine, I will let it be.
But 70% of it was, I'm really hungry. I think should I have a milkshake? Baby, get that milkshake. But I don't know if I should have that milkshake. You need the milkshake. I'm gonna go and get you that milkshake. Do you want a hot fudge sundae too? I'm gonna get the In-N-Out burger. No questions. I'll be right back. Animal style. So he'd come home. He loved it because he loved driving around at night. So he'd come home with the In-N-Out burger, animal style, protein style, whatever, mixed in with the hot fudge sundae, the chocolate shake, and he would be so excited to give it to me and watch me eat it. But that was because he was living vicariously through me. So no joke, I got to like 190 pounds. I was like, I am literally going to weigh more than you by the end of this pregnancy. And he'd be like, baby, you look great. Don't worry about that. That's just baby weight. Granted, it does go away. It takes a lot of work.
He's sitting there eating his olives?
No, he's just watching me. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
I will enjoy this hot fudge sundae while you wish that you could have. But he was so self-disciplined and he...
Okay. One thing I would tell you about this particular clip, I enjoyed the way she was talking about the stories of how her husband would go and get those things. It was so cute, right? So adorable. I don't know. There are things like that just melt my heart, make me feel like, where are the gang? You should calm down. You should come. Let's do the for Erika and her boo. I'm so sorry. She will really have to just think about now from now on. It's quite sad that she just has to think about that now. It's really bad when you found love and then you lose it. Sad. But I would like us to pay attention to another thing she said. She talked about, you remember when I told you guys that she said she had forgiven the guy? Yes, during the memorial service. Something interesting popped up during this interview that was very interesting to me.
I know we can't understand God's plan, but have you had bouts of anger? You know, I think about what the kids are going to miss, what you got gypped out of, what poor Charlie now is going to miss, and I feel angry. Sadness, of course, obviously, but yes, against the accused shooter, but just, I know you don't ever feel angry against God, but I kind of do. I mean,
I understand.
how do you make sense of that? And do you have any anger when you think about it? Not towards the Lord, but in general.
The enemy would love for me to be angry.
That's right there. That's right there. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know how she says the enemy will love for her to be angry. I don't know who the enemy is. I want to stay out of the beef she has with that enemy because the energy coming from her right now, I'm not feeling it. I love the one who was really nice behind. Um, Erica, you can't say you're not angry. The enemy will love for you to be angry, and you talk with that amount of, I don't, maybe I'm reading or I'm seeing too much of it. Maybe I'm the one seeing this, but the energy she's emitting, why saying the enemy will love for me to be angry? It tells me you have some anger or resentment inside you. And now, if you feel that I am stretching there, wait until in a few seconds later, or let's say a minute, she will say another thing that will make me just conclude there that she says what people would like her to say, or what some people would think, or what she thinks the world wants her to say to make her stand like this wife of the century who feels no anger, who is okay with what happened. She has forgiven him. Meanwhile, she is feeling the normal emotions we expect of any normal human being in given the circumstances. And it is okay, but it is not all right to be emitting this while telling us you're forgiving him. Let's hear this again.
He would love it. He would love it. Because it would distract me from building what Charlie entrusted to me, raising our babies, turning point, being there for the team, being there for what the future holds. And if I had any amount of anger in my heart and spirit, the Lord would not be able to use me. And every single day, just how Charlie did, stood on stage, he would say, "Here I am, Lord, use me." And if I had that anger in my heart, that foothold from the enemy, he wouldn't be able to.
And I see the sentiment. I understand. I understand the feeling that if she stays angry, she will not be able to carry out her mission. That's a long and short of what she's saying. One thing I've noticed with Erika, she uses her words using religiosity to maybe enhance its meaning or give it some power, which is okay given that she is a Christian and she would like to lead women using that kind of way, like being in a Christian way and all of that. It makes sense. Because if she stays angry, she will not be able to lead Turning Point USA. She will not be able to raise her kids. She will stay angry, it makes a lot of sense. It is very okay and normal for her to feel that way, for her to give herself the permission to do what she needs to do. And Megyn Kelly said something on stage about she's angry, and she asked a couple of people, including Frank Terrick, why is it that she feels angry? And they told her that forgiveness is an action. Ma'am, I need you to, I really like to, please, I would like to stay away from reacting to whatever Megyn Kelly says on stage. And she kind of says something, alludes to all the left who are so angry or who are bashing Charlie's memory.
He was all goodness. The left who are bastardizing his memory have no idea what they're talking about. Charlie was all goodness.
I don't know why she keeps saying or feeling that the only person or people bashing Charlie's memory must be left. There are definitely people on the right who didn't like Charlie, who didn't appreciate who he was till the day he left. And the only thing they have for him and his family is empathy and sympathies and condolences. That's all. And they move on with their lives. And definitely there are people also on the left, that same left she is putting in the bundle and in chastising, who really loved Charlie, who fought and wrote at dawn for him, and who have more than just sympathies and condolences for him, his family, and what is left behind of him. So that's the thing I keep telling people. You see, don't let people batch you into this story of left versus right, center versus up, center and up and down. All of that mixture is just to put you in a pot of soup where you tend to look at even individuals who have sense, who can help you with some sense to think that they are just your enemy because they are on the other side of the aisle. The truth is this. Every side of the aisle has both good people, bad people, problem people, shithole people, and it is just normal. Candace Owens is one of the highest people I can say from my own mind and understanding has rubbished Charlie Kirk's memory. I didn't know much about Charlie Kirk, but the little I knew about him gave me an impression of him. Candace Owens, by her own self, has helped me not to like the man more. I have to watch most of his videos by myself to make an opinion of it, of course. But if I were to go just by Candace Owens, what she has been saying, ooh, goddamn. Goddamn.
I know at Charlie's memorial, right across the way here, there was that extraordinary moment where you forgave his accused killer. And I mean, I looked and I said, that's the most powerful, strongest thing I've ever seen anybody do in my life. And then somebody helped me understand because I thought I could never do it. I could never do it. And somebody said to me, forgiveness is an action, not an emotion. And I was like, okay, that's getting me closer to feeling like I could do it. If I don't actually have to feel loving in my heart toward the person. But I wonder, like, how do you, like, if you could say something to him, if you say something to his parents, like, what would it be? Would it be anger? Would it be sympathy? What would it be?
That's a good question. It wouldn't be sympathy. It wouldn't be anger.
Now, before Erika Kirk gives her answer, I would like to say a few things here. First of all, forgiveness. Forgiveness is a conscious or deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment, anger, and a desire for vengeance towards a person who has committed a wrong or harmed you, regardless whether they deserved it or not. Now, these are very important things that we need to pay attention to. Forgiveness, it's a choice and a process which can take some time. You can decide to forgive and you eventually do it in a while later. So I don't expect her to completely forgive right now. Maybe she's still in the process, which makes sense. Also, it is for herself, not for the person who committed the act against her. And also, it is not condoning or excusing the situation, not. It is not forgetting, which is also important, and it does not require reconciliation, which is also very important. It is separate from justice. And this is one thing I would like to say this because I don't want anybody thinking that her wanting the person to face justice means she didn't forgive them. No, it is correct. It is right. The society is built up with structure. For that structure to exist, for people to have consequences for actions, that is how the system runs. So her forgiveness of that person has nothing to do with that. So that is not what I am implying here. But this is the thing. And it is not like she said that flipping and just said it out loud. Then maybe it is not exactly what she meant. One thing about Erika Kirk I like, she is one of those people who sits with her thoughts before expressing them, opposite to her husband. Her husband was the one who says it and then thinks about it later. Charlie Kirk, before he says you say hi, he already said everything he has to say, and then he start thinking, what did you say after you said hi? So, but Erika Kirk is a person who sits with her thoughts. She actually takes her time to think about things, which means it is something she deliberately said. It is not out of just something that she's maybe made a mistake, but no, no, no. This was deliberately, she took her time and then said it. So if she has forgiven this person, I I don't understand why she feels the way she feels for this person's family. Remember, the family did not accept what he did. They actually, according to the story, the narratives, if we are going by the narrative she believes, because if it was like she did not believe the narrative out there like Candace Owens, I would not hold Candace Owens to the narrative the FBI gave, because Candace Owens does not believe the narrative the FBI gave. I am holding Erika Kirk to this narrative because it is one she has accepted. She has confirmed in even the last interview and in this one that she believes the FBI. The FBI story, she is with them, she trusts them. If she believes the story, the FBI also said that it is the parents, the family who brought the child to them, unless there is something else she knows that we don't know. If there is something else that she knows that we don't know, then it makes sense. But if not, I don't understand this statement.
How do you put this? Anything that I could ever wish upon him or that family would pale in comparison of the justice of God.
Now, I understand what many of you will come under here and start saying, oh, she wanted to leave it in the hands of God and all of that. But this is the truth. When you are using that, it's English language. I know you Americans, British, people think you are the better speakers of English. And I know that many of you know that when you are using something like that, when she's referring to a family she actually knows, the family that brought the person who did what happened to to her husband, there is some disdain there. Because that is a way of not only dehumanizing the family, it's a way of emotionally and physically distancing herself from them, which can insinuate a little bit of contempt, disdain, or deliberate depersonalization of these people. It is just a way of, I don't know, let's say, expressing a strong negative connotation in the context of, I don't know, that problem, that thing, that there is something there that insinuates a splash of anger, a splash of disdain. And I'm not faulting her for having those feelings. I am just trying to assert or show us that she has that feeling. It is natural, but she wants to portray a person who has completely left it or given it up, that feeling, or she's no longer in the feeling. Yes, it's a process, but when you are in that process, there are certain ways that you bring your mind to help you go through that process. If she was telling us that she has not forgiven them, or she didn't even bring up the forgiveness thing and she was saying this, nobody would care. Because definitely she even deserves to be more angrier. She deserves to be as angry as possible because that person took away her family, destroyed part of her family. But then she said there that she has forgiven this man. Even Megyn Kelly is sitting there with her. Megyn Kelly is even feeling feeling a little tad bit sad for herself that she has not forgiven the person. Megyn Kelly, you have bigger fish to fry, especially when you are out here excusing PDFs for their activities and you knew about some years for a long time. And you sat and you said it was okay for an old man to be chasing young girls of 15 years because according to you, 15 is not the same as chasing a child of 8 years. Yeah. According to you, there is a difference between those. We have to rank the PDFs according to ranks. We are dealing with English language here. So according to her, let's follow that. So in that context, you can see that the use of the word that when referring to the family, one, the family did not do anything to her. Yes, it's their child that they brought that child to the world, and you could say yes, they didn't. She could say, yeah, you didn't raise the kid well. You didn't do that. Yes, it's okay to have that, but when you have gone to the point of standing and saying, I forgive that young man, that young man, that young man, that first of all, the day she said it, it rang to me like, that young man, it's giving distance, it's giving, but it's okay because I understand it's a process, it takes time. But then when you come and you are asked, Megyn Kelly specifically asked her about the family. What would she say to the family of that young man? That young man. And she said, anything she could wish on them pales in comparison to God's justice on them. Which means she has not forgiven them. Forgive me if I'm wrong. According to Christian norms, if you forgive someone and that person works out for God to forgive them, is it not okay to think that they might escape God's a terrible fate? Maybe I'm imagining that. But I'm trying to figure out a space where she sees a possibility for him to repent. I don't even know what I'm saying. Lord, if that happened to me, I don't know how my mind will ever be wrapped up. Well, I am just trying to express to us, this is not chastising Erika in any way. I need you to remember that. It's not chastising her for still feeling anger. I'm just trying to express to you, the woman is still angry about this, and it is very okay. The worry is that her portraying this image of forgiving the person who did this to you in 4 days or 5 days, declaring it in 10 days, or after you are going on a tour, you're going everywhere, you're saying that you forgive them. Meanwhile, you're still feeling that anger inside. Especially, there are many young women who really believe that Erika Kirk is the model of what they should do if something happens to them. And then something happens to them and they don't get to that point and they start punishing themselves too. For why am I not reaching here? Why am I not getting to forgiveness yet? I'm a terrible person. I'm just trying to remind us that she got there. Even though I believe personally, looking at her, watching her talk about those things, when Erika Kirk is talking about chocolates with her and her husband, you see the light in her eyes. You realize the humor in her voice. She sounds relaxed. She sounds okay. She sounds like someone who is just having a beautiful memory. And when she's asked about that guy, that young man, anything she could wish upon them pales in comparison to God's justice on them. She wishes that justice on them. She hopes they don't even repent. I am not saying that. I'm just trying to put this in perspective, in context, for us to be able to understand that if you don't get to that point, when something happens to you and you're still sad about it, you're still angry about it, you feel bad about it, don't hurt yourself over it. Don't add the pain you are going through by judging yourself again and say, why am I not getting to forgiveness yet? That was very important, and that's what I thought I needed us to look at, because it is nice to sit and chat. Do I believe that Megyn Kelly asked her any tough thought-provoking questions that the most people wanted to hear? No. Do I even believe that she needed to? No, because it's Megyn Kelly and it's Erika Kirk on their show. They're having their own time. Okay? Let them have it. I just want us to be able to understand the context of the situation and the point where they are. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not in the woman's mind. She's going through a lot. I don't even want to be in her mind because whatever she's going through after this just happened to her, only God knows. Well, my point. Let me know yours in the comments.
And I'll never forget that.
Yeah. And JD and Usha have been incredibly supportive. It's been really nice to see.
I would tell you this. This is the second time Megyn Kelly brought up JD and Usha. The first time she brought it up, during the same time she just mentioned this, Erika Kirk beautifully just swept and dodged that faster than she could flip her fingers through JD's hair. She just flipped through and started talking about Trump, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. I'm like, girl, so you're trying to avoid that topic. You don't want to talk about JD Vance and Usha Vance. Okay, no problem. So Megyn Kelly, for once, circled back to the JD Vance and Usha Vance of it again. And it was an awkward moment for me to watch.
And I look forward to you guys throwing the full weight of Turning Point behind them in about 3 years. Am I being subtle?
No,
I'm not.
it's don't worry.
Not being
It's already
subtle.
it's in
All
the
right.
works. But that was a thing that my husband was very direct about. It was interestingly enough, one of the last few conversations we had was how intentional he was about supporting JD for 28.
Yeah, he was totally behind JD, and he was largely
100%.
responsible for Trump picking JD.
That's true.
Erika was so uncomfortable. This is not the first time Megyn asked her about it. The first time she asked about it, she just went to talk about Trump. She talked about Trump, then she came back to because if I don't flip my fingers through JD's hair, how will the hair know that my sweet, beautiful rings are on? And enough of the joke. Now, you can see that it is a very, let's say, touchy topic for Erika. She is not comfortable, and it makes sense. The world has been singing about her and JD. It makes sense for her to be uncomfortable when the topic is brought up. And she just went to my husband. This is something I've noticed with Erika, and like I've said, she knows how to dodge a question. She does it beautifully. She escapes questions and responsibilities faster. I don't want to say it again. I changed my mind. All right. So whenever you ask her a question, if she's not comfortable with the question or she has no good answer for it, for example, most of the times when you ask her about TPUSA and the plans they have for it, she always just goes to Charlie. That man, I don't know if there is a thing about people who are on the other side and how much their names are called makes them to be happy or not happy. That man must be one of either the most happy person on the other side or the saddest person on the other side. I wonder which one it is, but that man's name has not rested. Charlie. So how was the sun this morning? My husband, Charlie. Charlie used to look at the sun and he'll be like, this sun, this very sun you're seeing. Then she dabs her left eye. Oh God, Erika. Erika gives me life. She's so funny. At least she has left the very snotty cry stage. She's at a stage now that she talks almost okay. She's still grieving, of course. And I don't know how she's going through it. Praying for her. We should pray for her. All of fans in the comment section. I said what I said. She and Megyn Kelly's emotional round table talk featuring Jada Smith and the TikTok girls. was very interesting to me. If it was interesting to you, let me know the points in the comment section where you disagree with me, where you agree with me. I would like to know. Like I've said, I am not your auntie, your grandmother, or your father. I am not giving you advice. Advice to you for what? Have I advised myself? I've not finished advising myself. Do I have to come and advise you people? Please. My points will never change the constitution. It will not change how your life will go. So please relax. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section respectfully. Can we stop insulting people in this comment section? We are all ladies and gentlemen of the village. The village people are nice people, calm people, very, very relaxed people. I don't know why some people come under the comment section, so much anger, so much temper. Calm down. Some of you too. People just make it as if it's just a warfare. Relax. It's not a war, okay? It's just comment section. Relax. Relax. Well, this is too long for now. Until next time, guys. See ya. I'm giving you guys back to back to back, back to back to back.
Okay, here's another one. Charlie said on the record, Erika is way more conservative than I am. Way more. How so?
Well, first and foremost, we were always very in alignment with obviously a lot of things. But there were certain things where we made sure that I was a little in the beginning, and Andrew Colvett can attest to this. It was an immigration side of things that I had a different viewpoint on. And then he was like, I see that point. It was a long time ago with student visa related topics. And, but other than that, we were in alignment with a lot of things. I was just a little bit more direct behind the scenes about it, but we were always in lockstep with one another. But
So people hoping for a turning point to go conservative light now that...
that's not happening.
Okay.
No, we are not. Turning Point USA is not becoming feminized, let me tell you that. That is not going to happen.
Awesome.
Never, no.